Good morning, Mclaren. Today is Monday, August 31st, 2020. The weather today is mostly sunny with a high of 73 and a low of 52 degrees Fahrenheit. The sun rose this morning at 6:28 a.m. and will set this evening at 7:30 p.m. Today, I want to begin by telling you about the person our school is named after. Thomas MacLaren School was named after an architect who designed some of the most beautiful buildings in Colorado Springs. Thomas MacLaren, who is shown in this picture, was born in 1863. Now, he was an architect who designed buildings using ideas from European architecture and the architecture of Spanish missions in California. Missions were buildings which served as centers of Spanish Catholic missionary work in the 18th and 19th century. Some examples of Thomas MacLaren's work in Colorado Springs that you may have seen around town include the Manitou Springs Post Office, the Carnegie Library of Colorado Springs, and Church of the Sacred Heart, which is done in the style of the Spanish missions I mentioned before. Now, Thomas MacLaren brought all that he had learned to this little town of Colorado Springs and helped make his corner of the world more than what it was before. More beautiful, maybe somehow more true and good. But Thomas MacLaren wasn't originally from here. In fact, he didn't move to the United States until 1894 when he was 31 years old. Thomas MacLaren was born in Scotland, home of the Highlanders. Today I want to tell you about the Scottish Highlands and the Highlanders who live there. The Scottish Highlands are considered to be the area to the west of the Highland boundary fault, as shown in this map. There are mountain ranges throughout the Highlands region, and these include Ben Nevis. This is the tallest mountain in the British Isles, reaching 4,406 feet. Now, this is still about 1,500 feet less than the elevation of Colorado Springs. The Scottish Highlands are rich in pine forests. The climate here can be cold and harsh at times, and since the elevation is between 2,500 and 4,400 feet, the air is thin, making it difficult to breathe. Despite its sometimes harsh conditions, there is no denying the beauty of the Scottish Highlands. Now, in the 8th century, over 1,000 years ago, Vikings invaded Scotland. The Norse Vikings would rule much of Scotland for around 500 years. In 1263, however, at the Battle of Largs, the Scottish took back control of their land. The Scottish Highlanders now needed a new system of governance, which would also become their greatest legacy, the clans. Here we see a picture of Clan Donald in battle in the year 1411. The word clan comes from the Gaelic word for children, clan, with two N's. Clans were groups of families who owned land together and committed to work together and fight together no matter what. And these clans often passed down stories about how their clan came to be. Clan Donald, mentioned before, was believed to have descended from the King of Ulster, though this king is only legendary. Clan Campbell believed that they were direct descendants of Diarmid O'Dina. Diarmid O'Dina was a Scottish demigod whose father was the god of the dead. And here we see the ruins of the castle that Clan Campbell would have resided in. Now, members of each clan would have worn plaid garments like this one called tartans. Each clan had their own unique plaid for their tartan. The leader of a clan was called a chieftain. The chieftain was chosen by the heads of all of the families within the clan. He would lead the clans in battle against other clans who might try to take their land, cattle, or other goods. Clans in the Highlands often fought over land and goods in fierce and bloody battles. Because of this, land ownership was often changing from one clan to another. Today, the Scottish Highlands are sparsely populated. Beginning in 1841 and for 160 years after that, many people emigrated from the Highlands and moved to Canada, the United States, Australia, New Zealand, and England. There is no doubt that Scottish Highlanders are a people whose history is marked by resiliency, a people who has had to overcome harsh climate, regular famines, and frequent brutal battles. The rest of this week, I'm going to be telling you about the history and cultures of other Highland peoples throughout the world. If it is your birthday today, August 31st, happy birthday. I hope you have a day filled with kindness, friendliness, and peace. Remember, we're all in this together. See you next time.